Yo, what's good, guys? So today I'm just gonna go over the pairs that we took or are taking tonight for London session. It is currently Friday, uh, early in the morning. It's almost 3 a.m. currently, so these are gonna be the trades that I'm going to get in. I have GBP USD right now. So what I see is we have this bullish momentum, right? We started out consolidating in this area for a bit and continue to the upside. Same thing right here on the 4-hour internal structure. We're getting highs, lows, higher lows, and creating higher highs. But what I've seen is on the swing structure, we had a wick to the upside, taking liquidity from the upside. And we get a pretty good bearish momentum price action to the downside. And so currently GBP USD does look bearish. Uh, I don't have any confluences though yet for me to go bearish because we can still take this internal liquidity and push up to the upside. So I'm not taking any trades on GBP USD just because I have no confluence of where market could be possibly going. And we have USD JPY. So USD JPY, previously we took highs at this level, and we have a bearish momentum price action to the downside. We did get a retracement after taking uh, these lows right here, right? We get a strong push up to the upside, price rejected to the downside, back to the downside, and is giving us kind of a um, range area. So in this range, there's liquidity being built. And so if we're bearish, what I want to see is price actually take liquidity from the upside first to continue to the downside. So in that range, we do have a demand zone that held up. And we had our previous supply or resistance area marked up and price inverted. So now we have a support area, and price is just reacting off the zone. So you can see right here, 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 and here. So we get a lot of reactions from the zone, and what I want to see is price actually come back into the zone, react off of it, come to the upside and take out these highs, right? Because we have kind of equal highs, which is liquidity up in that area. We also have imbalance right here in this area, right? We have imbalance in this area for price to come into on the 1 hour and on the 4-hour structure, right? 4-hour structures, stronger. So that gives me a lot of confluence to go to the upside. So what I would like to see is price actually come in this support zone, push up to the upside for this trade. And then I'll be looking to target these lows right down here, right? Because we also have liquidity, trend line liquidity down in this area. What that means is basically we have people that are trading trend lines, right? We have money sitting all in this zone, all in these areas. So after price takes out that liquidity to the upside, I like to see it momentum down to the downside for price action to continue to the downside. But That's it for USD JPY. If we get a reaction from this zone to the upside um, for the morning, we are in non-farm payroll unemployment tomorrow or today early in the morning at 7. So I'd like to see that reaction of that zone. Let's see. And then we have US 30. I did mention we do have news early at 7 in the morning. Let's see. 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. We have NFP and unemployment rates for the US dollar. So if anything, I'd like to see uh US 30 go bullish. I did enter a trade. I actually totally forgot about NFP for tomorrow morning. But I mean, if it lines up, it lines up. That's probably why there's news tomorrow, because this trade's gonna hit TP. But yeah, no promises though. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, so my confluence on this trade is we're actually bullish on the 4-hour time frame, right? So we take out these lows. Uh, had a liquidity sweep. Price reacted off this demand zone, and from there we actually got bullish momentum to the upside. So after we got that bullish momentum, I went ahead and marked up my zone from our swing high, 1 hour swing high, low, and then we have a high. But internal structure, we have that break of the high right here. So mark up my zone. And what price has been doing is actually giving good reaction off that zone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of reaction off that zone. And right here, we were honestly just consolidating, building up liquidity, and just building up liquidity to go to the upside. So I do want to see these highs getting broken, right? We do have an Asian high up here. We also have an Asia high up here. So I do want to see these highs get taken out, if anything. So I mark up my 1 hour time zone swing high. We get a reaction off that zone. Since we have not broke this high yet, we're still reacting off internal structure. So after this swing to the downside, this is going to be my internal low, and this is my internal high. So we've been trading between these zones, and once that zone gets broken out, now I want to mark up my zone. So this is a break of structure, mark up my zone. So now it becomes support. So from this area, we actually have support up in this area for price to react from, right? So we reacted off of it once, two, twice, and for a third time. Anything, I'd like to see price either come back into it for a fourth time to go and continue to the upside to take out all this liquidity right here. I could say this could be a trend on liquidity, if anything. So we have a lot of momentum to the upside, and I would like to see price push up following that internal 1 hour trend and a 4 hour trend structure. Very clean trade. We'll see what it does. Be patient. We'll let this trade sit. And how I placed it, I either want to hit stop loss or take profit. But I like to see where this trade goes for the morning. We're gonna target a 2R, and on USD JPY, I'm going to target a 1.29R on this trade if it hits. I really do want to see a reaction off that zone for price to continue to the upside. Right. We'll see. on the DXY, I did mark up this zone. So UJ I'm bullish, and on the daily I'm bullish. So we get a liquidity sweep from to the downside, and price came back to the upside. Let's see. We also have this strong volume candle right here. So I could see price actually coming up into those zones after taking liquidity from the downside and pushing back up. I like to see price actually run these internal highs. And the reason why I call them internal highs is because on the 4 hour, we have our swing structure, low, high, and then we have a low. And our internal structure is we have a low, high, low, high. So that'll be our internal structure. On our 1 hour structure, our 4 hour internal structure will be our 1 hour swing structure. So our 1 hour swing low, high, swing low. I like to see price come up into that zone. For any reason, I don't see price actually giving a third reaction from this zone to continue down. Uh, I don't see it. After we took liquidity to the downside, I like to see price push up. So it's just more confluence. We also have a strong volume candle right here too. So we have 1, 2, and then we have a strong volume candle. Volume candle right here, which price already took out. So I don't know. I like to see price push up into those areas. So given that information, I do see USD JPY going bullish. I would like for price to actually tap me in to continue that bullish momentum. As well as US 30, I'd like to see this continue to the upside. Other than that, that's it for the video. Be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Send this video to a friend who, trade support resistance, supply and demand, and looks for liquidity structures and for price action. Just reads straight market price action. I'd like to see their input, but other than that, that's it for the video.